Hello there and welcome to the Bearded Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. I'm of course George. Welcome along to the channel, everybody. It's been a little while since I did my last video, about a week now, but it is the Premier League returning at last. The international window is over finally, and Leeds United face an almost impossible task away in London again, this time against league leaders Arsenal, who are in imperious form at the moment. Like I said, it's an almost impossible task, and we'll dive straight into it. Yeah, for me, I mean, it's an away vlog. It's an away, not a vlog. It's an away preview. So we'll be again. I haven't done one since Chelsea, so I will do again. Ironically, a London team again, but I'll be looking, at how to get there. This sort of thing, weather conditions on the day at the Emirates Stadium in this preview, as well as looking at the usual, the form, team news, etc., etc. So, if you like the content, remember to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. And yeah, let's talk about Arsenal against Leeds United. Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. It's no April's Fools. Of course, it is April Fool's Day, but the joke will be on you come 3 o'clock on Saturday. If you haven't already made your jokes by that point, of course, that is the tradition. Past 12 o'clock is the joke is on you. 3 o'clock kickoff for Leeds United. Their sixth in a row it is for us. Straight Premier League game to kick off at 3 p.m. on a Saturday, traditional Saturday afternoon kickoff. That's probably unheard of since we've come back to the Premier League. This is the sixth in a row. Wow, 3 o'clock's coming a very favourite of Leeds United, isn't it? And it's certainly looking so in terms of form as well. Picked up a few points. The form has picked up a little bit more in those 3 p.m. kickoffs of late. So, yeah, look, I mean, straight into the team news. Obviously, we'll do Arsenal. Um, well, we might as well get Arsenal out the way with team news. They're looking pretty much full strength. They've got a couple of little injuries off the international duty. Had plenty of players going out playing for their countries. None more so than Thomas Partey, who has been influential in that centre midfield position for Arsenal so far this season. He's got a little dodgy injury problem, coming back from international duty, of course, with Ghana. When did Chris Hughton become the Ghanaian manager? I mean, I've seen it. It was only like last week, wasn't it? But I didn't know that. But he's been saying that, yeah, Thomas Partey didn't play against Angola on I think it was Monday, because he had picked up a slight injury in the other game against Angola, which I think they played sometime last week. Was it a 1-1 draw? Helder Costa played, for all those people interested in his progression. He's still a Leeds United player, contracted to Leeds United, still on loan in Saudi Arabia currently. Partey played a part in the first game they played against him. Didn't play on Monday. Chris Hughton said he picked up a slight injury. Will he play against Leeds United on Saturday? Let's wait and see. Saliba has got a slight injury. El Neni as well. And the only one who's definitely going to be out is Tomiyasu, who's injured until sort of May time. So they're looking full strength, and it's a real problem for Leeds United. They're going to cause us all sorts of problems. Yeah, I mean, let's get into the Leeds news. Obviously, coming off the international break, disaster has hit for Leeds, really. I'm sure you'll have all known about this already by now. Yeah, 3 key injuries for Leeds, not serious ones, other than one of which is Tyler Adams, which is looking, maybe early reports are saying that he might miss the rest of the season. Now, I know people are saying it's a big blow for me. We've got players that can come in and do a job. We saw that against Wolves. Obviously, he missed that game through the same injury, hamstring injury. He's had surgery on it in the international break, missed their games on the international duty, of course. Weston McKennie and Brendan Aronson played in both of their games. Tyler Adams missed both. He is out potentially for the rest of the season. Let's wait and see on what news comes in, as time progresses. But for now, not looking good for Tyler Adams. I would suggest that if Leeds were obviously unfortunate to get relegated this season, that might have been the last time potentially we may see him in a Leeds United shirt if we were to get relegated. Not saying we will, but yeah, potentially it could be the last time we've ever seen him in a Leeds shirt. Let's wait and see how the injury progresses. But he's out for this game, obviously. And two other ones that are key out, obviously, is Willie Gnonto, who picked up an injury in Italy's win against Malta last weekend. And also Max Wober, who picked up an injury in Austria's win against Azerbaijan last week. So they're both looking like they're out for Saturday's game, but not fully, not serious injuries. We will potentially see them back for Tuesday's crunch game at Ellen Road against Nottingham Forest. But big misses. Let me know in the comments. Can we survive this game without these guys? For me, this game's I'm always already written it off. It's an impossible task for Leeds to get anything from this game. I truly believe that. I know our form has picked up slightly over the last 5 games, say, but Arsenal, like I said at the top, in imperious form. And let's have a look at that form now. They've won the last 6 games in the Premier League. I know they lost in Europe against Sporting Lisbon on penalties, but other than that, it's 100% record over the last 6 games. They did rely on a last-minute winner, of course, against Bournemouth to keep that up, but yeah, 6 games, 6 wins. They've only lost once at the Emirates all season long, and that was in February, so not too long ago, against none other than Manchester City in a 3-1 defeat. That's the only one they've lost in the league at home this season. I believe the other one was in an EFL Cup game, in a League Cup game against Brighton, but only once in the Premier League this season. They're in unstoppable form. I think they're going to win the league. They've got players all over the pitch, obviously, particularly in attacking positions, that can really hurt Leeds United. It's such a difficult task, this. If we look at our form, obviously, like I said, improved over the last 5 games. Couldn't get much worse, obviously, could it? But 7 points accrued from those 5 games, which is 2 wins and a draw and 2 defeats. So, yeah, a little bit better. We're looking better under Javi Gracia. There's positive signs there for sure, but this is definitely not the game. And to be fair, this is definitely not the game that's going to define the season. One of which coming up on Tuesday at Ellen Road, which is absolutely massive. Let's not have a repeat of 7-3 Leeds United, because that was a horrible game. Look, it's going to be much tighter, obviously, this time against Forest, but that's for another day. This is the Arsenal, looking at the Arsenal game. For me, yeah, look, impossible. I'm not going to predict the lineups, but it's just going to, if we look at the form of Leeds now, we've never won at the Emirates since it's been built. We've played Arsenal, obviously we've been in the Championship, they're obviously in the Premier League, different divisions, but we've played them 6 times over the last 12 years, which is quite a lot considering we've been in the Championship for quite a long period of that. Obviously, we seem to get them quite often in the FA Cup. We've played them 3 times in the FA Cup in those 12 years. We've drawn once, which was the first time we played them there, and we've lost twice, both 1-0 scorelines. The other 3 times, obviously twice in the Premier League, and once in the League Cup last season where Eddie Nketiah came back to haunt us, didn't he, with a goal. He incidentally has got a little injury for this one, might be doubtful for this one, but we'll wait and see. He got a goal, I think got two goals, did he, in that game, and they beat us 2-0 in the League Cup last season. And the other two, like I said, in the Premier League, Eddie came back again to haunt us, got two goals the last time we played at the Emirates in a 2-1 defeat in May, right at the end of last season. I was convinced we were going down at that stage. Obviously, we survived, but it did look, for me at that point, I felt we were definitely going down. Um, in a 2-1 defeat, Diego Llorente pulled one back for us, but like I said, damage was already done early in that game. Eddie Nketiah profited from a Melee mistake, I seem to remember in this game early on in the game. Bill Ayling got his marching orders, got a red card. It wasn't a good day, like I said, for all. The world looked to me like we were definitely going down at the end of this one. But in the end, obviously, we didn't. The other one in that run of 6 games is a 4-2 defeat in the 2021 season, February 2021. A 4-2 defeat, Leeds United 4-0 down at one point in this game. Aubameyang got his hat-trick that day. Pascal Struijk and Helder Costa mentioned again. Got a goal, pulled two back for us, but wasn't to be, lost 4-2 on Valentine's Day in 2021. So the record at the Emirates is terrible. No wins in 6. Never won at that stadium since it's been built. I don't envision us winning this one either. Yeah, unbelievably hard task. If you are going to this one, obviously we will travel in numbers. We always do. If you're driving, it's a 3.5 hour drive from Ellen Road. Obviously people will come far and wide, but yeah, 3.5 from Ellen Road. It's a 3 hour 13 minute travel time on a train, so just a little bit quicker on the train, but I do believe obviously it might be a little bit quicker even still, maybe 2.5 hours from Leeds to London King's Cross. If you're going to King's Cross, it's like a 13 minute, 12 to 13 minute taxi ride or driving. Obviously, you're probably not going to drive if you've got the train. It's about a 11 to 13 minute taxi ride. It'll cost you between £7 and £17 on the day, depending on which taxi company you go with. And yeah, it'll take you around about 13 minutes to get there from King's Cross Station to the Emirates Stadium. The nearest tube stop is Arsenal Piccadilly, I believe, is a 3 minute walk away from the ground. If you wanted to walk from King's Cross, it would be a 42-minute walk. If you have a little bit more time, want to take in the London scenery. Look, it's not going to be a pleasant time for Leeds, but Leeds will travel, like I said, obviously, as we always do, in our numbers. And the weather looking likely to be around about tops of 11 degrees, so getting a little bit warmer, but there is rain due. I've seen 60% rain at Emirates Stadium on Saturday come kick-off at 3 p.m. Arsenal will be wearing their traditional red shirts, white shorts, red socks. I presume Leeds United are going to go with the disastrous combination of yellow shirts, navy blue shorts, and yellow socks. I say disastrous combination. We haven't won we've not won it in either the away kit or the third kit yet this season. So what a time this would be to change it. Let me know in the comments what you're feeling about it. I don't see us getting a result at all, but stranger things have happened, of course. Incidentally, the referee for this one is Darren England. He's averaging about 4 yellow cards a game. He's giving them out like it's Christmas. Basically, he enjoys giving the cards out. Yeah, averaging about 4 yellow cards a game, has given out 3 red cards so far this season in 23 games. That's not just Premier League, though, that's other competitions as well. He has refereed Leeds United just the once so far this season. That was the home draw with Everton, where he gave out 6 yellow cards, 3 of them to Leeds United players. And maybe a little bit of Yorkshire bias here for Mr. England. He is from Doncaster, 37 years old, so maybe a bit of Yorkshire bias. He did, in fact, go to Leeds Beckett University, so is there going to be a favour from Mr. England on Saturday for Leeds? Let's wait and see. We can only hope he had enjoyable time at the university there, 37 years of age, like I said, coming from South Yorkshire, Doncaster. Let's see what his performance is like on the day. Will VAR have anything to do with any decisions? Let's wait and see. Obviously, a final one to round up this preview is the last time we played them this season was a very, very close game in, I think it was October, wasn't it, of last year. Bukayo Saka settled it, as he has so often this season in many games for Arsenal, and in fantastic form, having a fantastic season, a fantastic player. He settled the game with a first half goal. Patrick Bamford missed a penalty. We had some contentious decisions, I remember, on the day, but we couldn't quite get that goal. But we'd had a good performance against them. Again, they were leading the league, as they have been for most of the season, back in October. So it was a good performance. Wasn't the result we wanted. Let's hope we can go one better and win. What a day that would be. What a result it would be in terms, not only the terms of obviously the table, but in terms of confidence. It would be a historic win, obviously, for more reasons than one. But let me know what you're thinking on Saturday. Thanks very much for watching as well, if you've got to the end, because it's gone on for nearly 20 minutes there. So thank you very much. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. Thanks very much for watching. Enjoy the game if you go in, and let me know your thoughts. Marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.